Just before we look at the TA for Bitcoin, don't forget to visit our website, bpoi.uk. Have a look around. Quite a lot of information on the website, and then you've got click here to sign up. So just click on this particular button. That takes you to bpoi.uk join. And then just have a look at the membership plan. So just want to do a month, $40, 6 months, $100, 12 months, $150. And we got some lifetime memberships as well, 49 lifetime memberships left, $200. So well worth the money. And then obviously take a look around the website and look at the different channels. If you want to join our free Telegram channel, just click on this button here. And then as long as you've got a Telegram account, just click on the view in Telegram and that'll take you to our free channel. We do post quite a bit of information in the free channel, and we'll answer any of your questions, whether that be on a setup that you're looking at or something that we've posted. Okay, cheers guys. Morning guys, 11:08, 23rd of January, Sunday 23rd of January, just looking at Bitcoin. 15-minute time frame, okay? If you're trading at the moment, we're just trying to find out how this relief bounce, if you like, is going to pan out, okay? And shorter time frames are a good way, or smaller time frames are a good way to chart as well, to practice how to chart, I guess, if you're looking to learn up and brush up on your skills. So I'm just looking here at the moment. So brush tool. So I'll use this indicator. It's lower highs, higher lows, etc. It's called the higher high, lower low strategy. Okay. I just think visually it's quite handy. And I'm just looking now at what's been happening in 15-minute time frame. So we got a higher low and we got a higher high. Okay. So what we need to do is put in a higher low. Okay. So we want a higher low around about here. So just put this support area 35.028. So ideally we're moving up. We're going to move down. We're going to put in a higher low, and then we're going to put in a higher high. Okay, we want a higher high here. If we put in a lower low here, then potentially we're going to end up in a downward trend. If we put in a higher low here, then potentially we're going to be in a continuous upward trend. First major sort of resistance, I would say, is 37.496. Okay, that's where I've got my first major area of resistance. However, we can kind of see what's unfolding here. If we get our curve tool, so we're in this sort of scenario where we've got this curve. Are we going to see some sort of correction? Actually, let me use my pen tool. Some sort of consolidation here, so cup and handle pattern. So we may see this move down. As long as we're putting a higher high in, we then may see Bitcoin move up and then, lower high, and then put a higher high in. Okay, so I'm just looking at the shorter time frames just to try and see if there's any obvious patterns with regards to what's likely to happen on this relief bounce. So to me, this is a bit of a relief bounce, and we're just finding out what's happened. So I'm also going to draw some trend lines in. So I'm just going to draw this trend line up here like so. I can change that to white, and then I'm going to copy this and then draw another trend line in just around here. So we can see we're in an upward channel. 68% chance of this drops lower, so I'll be looking for a support in this area potentially. If it does drop lower, then I'm looking at a bounce at 35.028. Okay, so just keep an eye on the smaller time frames with regards to how the price action is playing out. We may well hold this level. Looking at the indicators on the 15, so kind of bearish MACD cross. On bearish cross on the MACD, 60% on the RSI, which is good, bullish, and then fairly oversold on the stock RSI. So we're just looking for an uptick on the stock RSI. So we may well play in this pattern for a bit longer. To be fair, I think potentially throughout the day we'll start to edge higher. My concern is when the market's open tomorrow, what that's going to have, what effect that's going to have on the overall price action. Okay, so just go over to the 4-hour time frame and reset the chart quickly. Okay, so we can see that we've had this lower low, we've had this relief bounce here, mainly due to the RSI being heavily oversold. Okay, look at that RSI there, just below, I think at its lowest it was 17.62. We've got a bullish MACD about to occur, bullish cross on the MACD about to occur, however stock RSI oversold. Doesn't matter too much if the stock RSI is overbought. It doesn't matter too much if stock RSI is overbought if we're crossing up on the MACD. Okay, this could be pegged to the top. This can be moving up. We will still see movement upwards. So I'm just waiting to see whether we do get that cross. Histogram is looking good. Are we going to get that cross? or is this going to turn and then we're just going to get that kiss and then move downwards, in which case I think exit any positions that you're in, because price action might well move down. Okay, this is a 4-hour time frame. Okay, so let's also look at resistance on the RSI just quickly. Let's expand that one. I'm just going to delete this line that's currently there. Okay, so yeah, RSI has got a good amount of distance to climb. If we just simply draw a trend line like so, we're looking for the RSI to move up to this trend line. So we're looking for a move to the RSI to this area here before potential rejection. Okay, so keep an eye on the RSIs. Have a look on the daily. I'm just going to move this across to the daily. So initially we did have the breakout. I'm just going to move that there again, probably similar sort of area. So 35.22. We're looking for potential. We draw a straight line in there. Potential retest around about this level. Okay, so when we hit this trend line, we're looking for a break above, continuation higher, or we're looking for rejection, continuation lower. Continuation lower if we do see that. So move up, move down, potentially double bottom. RSI bullish move, bullish breakout upwards. Okay, so keep an eye on the daily RSI as well. Just going back to the 4-hour, just going to expand. Okay, so I can delete this line now. I'm happy to delete this line at the moment. I will come back to that at a later stage. But I'm looking at 37.21 potentially for an area where the RSI is going to get rejected. Okay, so all in all, relief bounce is looking fairly good. All coins are moving well. Bitcoin dominance is moving down. Just watch, I posted this on Twitter, just watch for a bounce at 41. Which is the area it's in at the moment. So we could see a bounce here, and if Bitcoin starts to move higher, particularly if there's some volume there, starts to move higher, then look to exit any altcoin positions that you might be in, because altcoins will, so if Bitcoin dominance moves higher, altcoins do that or do that, depending on what Bitcoin does. Okay, so we don't want Bitcoin dominance to be moving higher. Ideally, we want to break down, bearish retest, and then a move lower. Okay, so just watch Bitcoin dominance at the moment. Bitcoin shorts, loosely keep an eye on Bitcoin shorts as well, and you can see Bitcoin shorts are dropping, are falling. So hopefully these will continue to fall. Much to do with where Bitcoin is trading at the moment, relief bounce going on. My expectation, possibly Bitcoin will move up to this level here, 37.496, get rejected, move down. If it does, probably likely to see an increase in short positions when that happens. Okay, so futures, SPX, Nasdaq, all open tomorrow. So we just got to see what effects weekend's trading is going to have on those markets. Not that we can see any right in Nasdaq. There we go. We've just got to see what effects those the weekend's trading is going to have on these when they open. But expect almost for there to be some sort of continued downtrend. As said on the daily, so we've had the Nasdaq, we've had the SPX drop below the 200 moving average on the daily time frame, which it hasn't done since the COVID crash March 2020. Okay, so we may well see a bearish retest of the 200 on the daily, and then a continuation lower. So if there is a degree of correlation between Bitcoin and traditional markets, if these move lower, then we could see Bitcoin moving lower as well. With regards to Bitcoin, just a couple of things to keep an eye on. Keep an eye on this CME gap, okay, on the future CME futures. Will this get filled? Possibly. A lot of the time they do get filled, and as the price action is so close to the CME gap, some of it's been filled already. My thoughts are, in my opinion, we will move down to this fib level 32.523, fill the CME gap, and then we may well see some sort of bounce. So we're still in this falling wedge, remember. Okay, so we may well dip below, break down, dip below this lower trend line, fill the CME gap, hit this target area, and then we'll see a strong bounce from Bitcoin. Again, the difficulty is this isn't your typical crash, you know, because of what's happening with traditional markets. It's not your normal prediction, you know. It's not a case of hit the 618, which is a targeted area for any correction, if you like, fill the CME gap, see a bounce. Because if the SPX and the Nasdaq decide to continue to move lower, there's a strong possibility that Bitcoin will be dragged down with it. So it's not as straightforward as normally when you would be doing your TA. Okay, this level here, 28,884, I alluded to this in yesterday's video. We don't want to be losing that level. That is a lower low on the weekly time frame. Okay, let me just try and bring that into shot one sec. So just on the weekly here, so we can see, okay, must not lose this level, lower low on the weekly time frame. We can see the level here, okay, lower low right here, weekly time frame. Okay, at the moment we've had essentially higher high, higher low, higher high. We need a higher low. Okay, continued uptrend despite this massive correction. Continued uptrend. If we get the lower low confirmation and a retest of that level, bearish retest, we could be seeing some very low figures for Bitcoin. It could be very, very bad for Bitcoin. But let's keep an eye on this level. Okay, even if we do dip below it, as long as we bounce straight back up above it, retest, move higher, fine. But this is a really, really key level for Bitcoin, and I would say have this on your charts. Keep an eye on this level. We don't want to be putting in this this lower low. Let me just go back to the 4 hour time. Actually, let me go to the 1 hour time frame. So let me show you just Sirius. Sirius is one that we're watching at the moment. So this is the let's go to the 1 hour time frame. So we can see that Sirius is again, relief bounce, Bitcoin dominance moving lower. Sirius is moving up, albeit slight correction at the moment. But we can see that with Bitcoin dominance moving lower and with relief bounce from Bitcoin, altcoins are trading okay, not great. Luna's doing particularly well, but again, they're all just starting to face a bit of a resistance while the indicators cool off. But what we need to see is the movement up, great. The movement down needs to be smaller than the movement up. So we can keep putting in these higher highs and higher lows and continue upwards. Okay, but I think caveat is very much in a bear trend. Very much depends on what the markets do tomorrow. Very much depends on the FUD that's injected into the market, and we need to see Bitcoin just hold some of these key resistance levels. Are we going to trade in this rising channel up to 37,496, or are we going to break down fairly soon? If so, you know, we're looking to exit any altcoin positions that we might be trading in. Trading very, very risky right now. Okay, so expectations for now, I'm just going to see if this rising channel, see if we trade within this rising channel. We seem to be respecting the trend lines. My expectation over the course of next week is we'll see the CME gap get filled. We'll see a test of 32,523. I'm looking then for some sort of strong bounce from Bitcoin at that level. Okay, when CME gap's filled, I'm looking for a strong bounce at that level. And then I'm keeping an eye on 28,884. Which to me is a key level that Bitcoin must not lose. Okay, but short term, I think if you're trading, just keep an eye on Bitcoin dominance. See, start to move up on Bitcoin dominance. We don't want to see this pump. If we see this pump, personally, I'm going to look to exit altcoin positions. Okay, so this continues to move up, exit altcoin positions. Keep an eye on Bitcoin dominance, Bitcoin looking for a bounce of this lower trend line or 35,028 in the short term. Okay. So let's see what happens. Thanks guys. See you.